Welcome to a special Christmas edition of the Community Difference Rockwall, powered by the Difference Media LLC, and hosted by Tammy Escobedo, a beauty industry leader, and also sponsored by Frank McLeod with Minuteman Press of Rockwall, Josh and Kristin Small with WeatherTech General Contractors, Bryan Decker with Compass Facilities Consulting, Clarence Jorif with the Compound Nevada, Kim Johnson with Kim Johnson Group, and by Scott Dodson with Compression Works. The Community Difference Rockwall was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Rockwall starts now.
Well, hello, welcome, Merry Christmas to the Community Difference Rockwall. Look at all of us here today. This is going to be so fun. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I am so happy to be here with you. You are my new family. Do you know that? I've been with you guys now for a little bit, and I have loved getting to know you. And today is going to be even more special because I want to share some fun things about Christmas and want to hear from you. How about that? Bryan, I'm going to start with you because we were talking earlier about some fun family traditions, and you said you had a new one. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I actually saw the other day a tradition where, instead of just giving gifts on Christmas around the tree, they had their kids and their family members go through their stuff and identify things that they don't use anymore. And so they filled a bag, just like Santa, right? Filled a bag full of stuff that they weren't using anymore, but was still in great condition. And they take those down and they donate those every Christmas. And I think that is so cool. So we're going to do that. So we're going to go through and, go through everything. I mean, everybody's got stuff that they're not using anymore, and somebody else could get great use out of it. And I thought that was a really, really cool thing to really show the true spirit of Christmas. Right. And I wish I'd have done that when my kids were younger. Right. But no, better late than never. Right.
I know. Right. That's
You're taking
awesome.
it to Helping Hands.
Yeah.
Well, when you take those things to Helping Hands, they put them in their store, and when they sell them, that is what funds their program for the year. So,
Right.
Yeah, Helping Hands is a great place to go.
And they do
That's
so much
awesome.
for the community anyway, right? So why not make it part of the Christmas tradition to help them out?
Yeah, good. Who else has a great tradition they want to tell us about? I know you do.
Not everybody at one time, then okay. So
Let's do it.
growing up, I was a baby, and we would all get together, brothers, sisters, wives, the husbands, the whole 9 yards, and aunt and uncle actually, and we'd go to midnight mass. Well, come back to the house normally about 12:15, since it was right down the street, and then we would have Christmas there. And that was so much fun. But the changes that have happened is now that I've got my own family, what we do is we have the night before Christmas, I'll sit there and I'll read the passage from Luke regarding the birth of Christ. And
Yeah.
everybody gets to open one package.
Ah,
And then go to sleep and then get up the next morning and oh my gosh, stuff is just flying everywhere. But the rule is you got to wake up mom and dad, no sneaking into the family room to attack anything until we're all there. Because mama pulls out the camera and she's video recording everything. She does
Yes.
a lot of editing sometimes because some stuff is like, did I say that? Yeah.
I like that. That's a good rule. I always tell my kids, don't go into the living room until you get me up first. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, Frank, what kind of family tradition do you have?
Every year I make my wife watch my favorite Christmas movie, which is Die Hard, and we just did that a couple of nights ago.
Die Hard is my favorite Christmas movie, and my family are like, "Really, Tammy?" I'm like, "Yeah, see, here we go. Breaking news. The study confirms that Die Hard is more of a Christmas movie than Rudolph."
Wow.
It's
That is
true.
awesome.
That's good. Awesome. All right, Kim, tell us about one of your favorite traditions.
My favorite, one of them. I have to pick one.
No, you can pick. I know you have many, but
I
a
do.
favorite tradition or something you're going to start, a new tradition.
Well, the new tradition, let's start from the beginning and work our way back. The new tradition is that we don't give gifts, we give experiences. So rather than you give a gift, we just pick a place and tell everyone when we're going, and everybody piles in if you can go, and if not, catch you next year.
Where are you going this year?
This year it'll be Sedona.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
Nice.
Sedona.
That's a fun tradition.
Yeah, because not everybody wants to get on a boat, and so we'll just all pile and go to Sedona. Has anybody ever been there?
I
Yes.
have. It's awesome.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
It
Yeah.
is.
Stunning.
It's like it's
Beautiful.
just painted,
And then the
That's
medium one is we play left, right, center. Has anybody ever played left, right, center till the daylight hours?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
so fun.
Yes, we
Yes.
have.
That's the adult
Yeah.
game. I always love killing everybody with that one. Yeah.
What
And
is that?
we actually have another new tradition. So this will parallel with the old one. So my mom always had Santa Claus knock on the door on Christmas Eve and come in and bring our presents. And for some reason, we fell for that every single year. So now that I'm a glammy, I am not a grandma. Make that clear, people. I'm a glammy.
Glammy.
Now we do that for her. So now Santa Claus comes and eats dinner with her and opens Christmas gifts. And so that's a tradition. So we do those.
Yeah.
So you got a little past, present, and a mix of past and present.
That's awesome.
I can just hear the kids now, like going to school, like, "Hey, you have to wait until even you have to come have dinner with me."
Yeah. Fortunately, I got the hookup with Santa. So, fortunately.
That's so fun. That's so good. Lyndon, what about you? The reindeer ears are just perfect.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Not real happy about it, but I decided to do it anyway. So,
You may get shot.
oh no, I'm in the house. I'm good in here. I like Kim's. We've done the destination type thing before, and I love that. Problem with that is now, with younger grandkids, they don't travel very far. So, we're trying to get that going again. The thing that I miss the most, though, is when I was growing up, we had a large family, a lot of cousins. And so we would do the annual football game after Christmas lunch. But now we're all old and, crippled and all the other things. And so we can't do that anymore. And families, the sad part is families now are a lot smaller and they're all spread out. So I wish that my family now could experience the way it was back when I was younger.
That would be nice. We don't get to do that much anymore, do we? I remember
No.
when I was young and Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus came to our house every Christmas Eve. But my favorite tradition is, and I'm bringing it back this year, y'all. I haven't done it for a very long time. When my kids were little, on Christmas Eve, we had a Happy Birthday Jesus party, right? And so we had a cake, we decorated the cake, and so we learned on Christmas Eve it was a Happy Birthday Jesus party, and then on the next day, Christmas Day, then we would have all of our Christmas celebrations. So this year is the first year I have 4 grandbabies that I will have all of them under the same roof for Christmas morning. And so Christmas Eve, we're bringing back the Happy Birthday Jesus party. So I'm real excited.
I love that.
Pretty cool.
That's nice. We're over here doing Elf on the Shelf in our world, and you're over there doing Baby Jesus. I feel inadequate. I'm duct taping adult children to the bed and marking all over their face, and you're over there celebrating Jesus.
I despised when we did the elf on the shelf because I would always forget to move the elf, and my kids would be like, "What's wrong? You know, he didn't move."
I live for that, Bryan. Let me come to your house and be your elf person.
Yeah, and then I had to lie to him. I'm like, I asked him not to go anywhere tonight. He's been moving around a lot. It's like a construction zone. It's dangerous, right? So
he's in timeout.
Yeah.
I got that beat. I've got that beat. So 1 year over at the Celia Hayes Elementary School, they wanted an elf on the shelf to read stories to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in the Secret Service LA field office, we would have a full-blown detail for Santa Claus, a full Secret Service detail, limos, LAPD, the whole 9 yards. We'd go to schools, we'd go to women's shelters. So I was a detail leader. I ended up with this elf suit, the red hat, big green vest, the puffy shirt, the pants. I have a picture that was taken of me on the shelves at Celia Hayes, lying across the shelf as the elf. So none of y'all can top that one.
I wish you would have brought that today.
My daughter-in-law.
I'll send you a picture. Let me take a look and see if I can find it.
I was going to pass down our elf to my granddaughter, and then I thank goodness I did because she had just ordered Snoop on the Stoop. Yeah, Snoop Dogg. I guess he's the new elf on the shelf.
But he's everywhere.
Is Snoop on the Stoop? I'm telling you, Snoop Dogg. He has made a comeback, hadn't he?
He really has. He's stayed relevant. Time has passed.
He's an example for all of us how to keep the business going.
I am grateful every day that there was not an elf on the shelf thing when my kids were young. I would have failed miserably.
Yeah.
No, it's the best way as a mother to totally torture your children. I would draw all over their face and blame it on the elf. I would do just the most insane.
Have y'all seen the British girl, the little bitty British girl that he drew on her face? And she gets upset because she's got to go to school. But the way she says school in the British accent is hilarious. I've got to look that up. It's amazing.
Let's look it up.
I do need to look that up because I bet that would be funny. Okay, so we're going to go to commercial here in just a second, but one more elf on the shelf story. So my friend Dee Livingston, many of y'all may know her. She was the resource officer in Rockwall for a while. She's a police officer. Love her dearly. She was so grateful. I'm so grateful for her when my kids were in school for so many reasons, but she has twin boys. And one of her sons made this airplane and he taped it all up and he was trying to get it to fly and it wouldn't fly. So when he went to bed, he was sad. When he went to bed, she fixed it, put it on the hands of the elf, tied the elf to a string off of the fan and turned the fan on so that the airplane was flying with the elf the next morning when he woke up and he was so excited. So it's really cool.
Mom, that is so sweet.
Yeah, if you know Dee, go look it up on her Facebook. It's so cute. All right, we're going to go to commercial. We have more fun stories when we come back.
Okay.
This special Christmas edition of the Community Difference Rockwall is made possible by Tammy Escobedo, a beauty industry leader, Josh and Kristin Small with WeatherTech General Contractors, Frank McLeod with Minuteman Press of Rockwall, Bryan Decker with Compass Facilities Consulting, Clarence Jorif with the Compound Nevada, Kim Johnson with Kim Johnson Group, and by Scott Dodson with Compression Works. The Community Difference Rockwall. Together, we can make the difference. And now, back to the show.
How many of you love Christmas music as much as I do? I know, right?
I started in November.
Some people say, oh my gosh, Christmas music, they play it so much. No, I could play it year round. But here's my question to you. So which Christmas song can you not stand? Like absolutely is completely unbearable. I heard that, Lyndon. You get to start.
Mariah Carey.
I'm right there with you, Lyndon.
I don't. That one, what's it called? All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's nails on a chalkboard. And then any of the Santa Baby songs, whoever sings that is out.
Hey, Santa baby.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I think I am so sexy when I sing that song, and I'm pretty sure I look like a giraffe on roller skates. But in my mind, I'm rocking it.
Yes.
Lyndon, I can tie back that Mariah Carey to Rockwall, though. Do you want me to do that for you? So that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You, is actually done by Vince Vance and the Valianettes. And
Yes.
Vince Vance and the Valianettes used to play at Culpeppers all the time, and it was like the biggest like show in town. Everybody went down there to watch him. If you look him up, he had hair that went up to here, and they sang that song, and then Mariah Carey came up with it somehow.
Okay.
So every time I hear that song, I'm like, I like the Vince Vance version of it better. So if you haven't heard that,
I'm sure I would too.
you go back and try that one out. It's not it's not quite the same, but it's the same song.
No, quit picking on my Mariah. I love her.
I'm talking about Vince Vance.
You go, Kim. Okay, so All I Want for Christmas Is You. So yesterday, I spent the whole day with my husband yesterday. Oh my gosh, was so happy. We went shopping. We did all the things. And it came on the car radio at least 10 times while we were out for the day. I mean, it never stops. Never stops. And so, of course, I was singing to him, and he goes, "All you want for Christmas is me? That's great." And I was like, no. I'm getting some stuff. Do I need to tell you what stuff I'm getting?
I was about to say, it was such a good day and happy shopping.
Yeah.
For who?
Right.
That's funny.
It's definitely overplayed.
Right?
Well, that's what they were saying on the last show. Is the only person in the world that loves that song is Mariah Carey because of all the royalty she gets every time it's played.
Oh yeah. I wonder how much Vince Vance gets out of that, or if he gets anything. I don't know.
I'm sorry, but I like it, and I'm about to bust out and sing it for y'all. Because in my mind,
Oh,
I have
Please don't.
I thought you said you loved us.
I do love y'all, but it's the end of the year.
Right.
I'll start howling. If I don't start howling, Elmo's going to pop up. You don't want that.
I know Clarence is going to show up on my doorstep one day. I can feel it. I felt it at Thanksgiving.
I'll tell you another one that is absolutely terrible is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas.
Oh my gosh, it's my favorite song.
Oh,
I'm seeing a pattern. Oh
my God.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that was my favorite song. There, he just blew it.
that's another nail on the chalkboard song.
No.
Agreed.
Don't ever get on my TikTok because it's all
For me, it's the 12 days of Christmas, and I know you guys are all going to revolt on me for that, but I guess I'm too practical. Every time it comes on, I'm thinking about. I'd be pretty upset if someone shows up at my door with all this stuff, Lords of Leaping and blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
$5,000.
Like I don't get it. The redneck one's fine. I
that
can
one's
take all
fine.
that stuff, right?
the redneck one. I'll give you props. The redneck one is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
good.
I mean, I take all that stuff. I don't know what I'd do with it, but I wouldn't be upset. But the original song, I don't know if I want any of that stuff. Maybe the 5 golden rings. All right.
Oh my gosh. All right. Come on, CJ, you have a song you just can't stand.
Well, you already hit the top 3. Whoa. Nah, I got nothing on that one.
Okay, so tell me this then, CJ. We're going to start with you on this one. What is the one song that actually brings you into the Christmas spirit? Like you go, oh, it's Christmas time. This is the song. What's that song?
White Christmas by Frank Sinatra.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
There you go.
That does.
CJ.
I get all melty and cuddly and everything. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
All right. That's awesome. Okay. Come on, Frank. What's your favorite Christmas song that you love that brings you into the Christmas spirit?
There's not a whole lot of Christmas songs that I really like. When one comes on, I change the channel and Marshall Tucker or something else. I just
Bah humbug.
Yeah, you a Grinch? What's going on?
Yeah,
I
are you
I
a
don't want to be
Scrooge?
one to say
Tie
that,
your beard up.
Right?
Frank, are you a Scrooge?
no,
Ebenezer?
just,
Nah, it's
just
more
not
Grinch.
into Christmas music.
Okay. Well, all right.
Well, is it because they start playing it in October, or
That's exactly. Halloween ends, and then
Yeah.
Christmas music
Oh,
starts.
don't even start about Halloween ending. The
Don't ride in my
Lord has
car.
the Christmas tree up before Halloween.
That's just wrong.
Uh,
Oh,
They did it.
goodness.
Wasn't me, so I was happy.
All right, Lyndon,
That's
what's
the-
your favorite Christmas song?
it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I like that. That's why you have to go to those mountains so you can see snow. You like to have the snow in Christmas?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Didn't
Oh.
get much of that in Texas and Arkansas, so
no.
No.
I try to. I have to go to it.
Awesome. All right, Bryan, what's your favorite Christmas song?
So I'm gonna have to go with Thistlehair the Christmas Bear.
Oh,
What?
can you sing
Is,
us part of it? Because I don't know that song.
I don't know that
It's,
either.
Alabama Christmas album. That was a tradition growing up. Is when we decorated the tree, we always had the Alabama Christmas album playing, and we do that for our kids too. But it's I mean, I don't know. It's like This'll the Christmas bear, la 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 la. Anyway, it's a good song. You guys will have to.
We're going to all have to that one and, let it, and so we
Wow.
can know it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I guess because growing up, that
Memories.
and when you're a kid, they have like all these different Christmas songs on that album. But as a kid, you're like, ooh, the Christmas Bear. I like that.
Yep,
Excuse me.
that's good. Kim, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Well, before I ever sat down and listened to the lyrics, well, thank you for running my hippopotamus Christmas. That was my favorite song. But then I had another one, and it was the chimney song. And then as an adult, I sat down and listened to it, and I kind of don't know if they killed the man. So by Bob Rivers. But the one that brings me to my knees every single time, and I try not to, and I don't like when people are in the car, and please don't tell anybody, but I'm very tenderhearted. But it's Oh Holy Night. I
Oh,
don't care who, by Josh Groban, if he sings it, or
Yeah.
anybody. It's Oh Holy Night. Mhm.
Yeah,
I love that.
way better than the hippopotamus one for sure.
No, it's not. But I love the chimney song by Bob Rivers until I really listened to it with my granddaughter in the car, and I was like, I think they murdered this man and left him in there. Did y'all ever listen to it?
What's the deal about you and chimneys? This is 2 days in a row that you got a chimney story.
I think I was supposed to be a chimney sweeper. Maybe I was in my past years. I don't know. But yes, you're right, Lyndon. You pay attention.
I do pay attention. I
Like a man
listen.
who pays attention.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't mind very well, but I pay attention.
Well, we can work on that one.
My favorite is Oh Holy Night too. I was going to say it, but you said Josh Groban, and I love David Phelps. So look that one up too. You'll like it. David Phelps. Okay, let's talk about. I got another question for you.
All right.
How do you keep the focus on the true meaning of Christmas amidst all this chaos?
Ooh,
It's a
That's
good
a-
one.
I know.
deep one. Yeah. I mean, I'll start. I think it depends on what Christmas means to you, right? I mean, to us, it's about the birth of Christ, and so we've taught our kids from the get-go that's what Christmas is about. And then there's a lot of other shows out there, a lot of hubbub, but it's everyone celebrating the birth of Christ, and as long as they focus and we all focus on what the true meaning of Christmas is, then we're able to celebrate all of it, right?
Yes.
And so really just tying everything back to what the sole reason for the holiday is for us. And so I think it's more about the way you're couching it.
That's awesome. Do you think that we got the idea of presents in the modern day world from the wise men that took gifts to Jesus?
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, we got it from
I believe
Target
that.
and Hallmark.
No, that's when the holiday got hijacked by
Yeah.
retail outlets, and they took the meaning completely away from it. I mean, I do
Sure,
think
yeah.
that the presents came from that.
That's why my new philosophy is it's time. It's your time. Give your time to people. Quit trying to keep up with the Joneses. And if you want to find out who your real family members and friends are, don't give them a gift at Christmas. Just show up with smiles and be happy, and watch everybody look at you like you're the bride in the room. That's what
I
you
love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. CJ, you have anything you want to share about that?
Yeah, I'm looking down here for sure because every Christmas, like I said before, every Christmas Eve, I read Luke chapter 2 and go through the whole thing. But when it comes down to Luke 2:14, glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. Christ is the reason for the season. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
The commercialization of this and that, and have to buy this. Yeah, remember it was the 3 wise men: frankincense, gold, and myrrh. Those were presents that were given. And if you go back into that a little deeper, the gold is what allowed Mary and Joseph to escape into Egypt when the purge took place. The frankincense was to be able to freshen up and be able to maintain. And the myrrh, the significance behind the myrrh, some people don't pick up on this, or maybe they don't know, myrrh is used in the restoration or embalming of bodies. So it kind of takes you through the whole timeline of birth, the gift, and everything else. So that's what we do every Christmas Eve, dressed in my comfy red robe. Everybody's gathered around in front of the Christmas tree, and that's the last thing we do before cookies, eggnog, which is another problem, but I'll tell you about that later.
Oh, yeah.
And the gifts for everybody. One gift.
So we know
love it.
if you go to your house stiff and you're stiff, we know you got too much myrrh.
You know, Kim couldn't let that one go.
I'm a prepper, so hey, everything's ready for everything.
I was wondering, Kim, like you start laughing. I'm like, where is her mind going right now?
Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know.
I thought she was thinking about the people in the chimney that she could have used some myrrh to help.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, we just sprinkle it down the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's so
I
good.
know Tammy's probably wanting to die right now, but I'm sorry.
No, I just saw you laughing, and I knew for sure that you were going to have to say something about that. That's why I love you so much.
Clarence
All right.
is all hard up in his house, and we're pulling him out. Who gave him the myrrh?
All right, guys, we're going to break. We're going to go to commercial. We're going to have more fun things to talk about, so stay with us. There's never a dull moment around here.
Nope.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible. At Fireboss Realty, we believe life is about relationships, and everything else is just details. Whether you're buying or selling, Scott and Amy Johnson are here to understand your family's unique needs and deliver expert guidance on the North Texas real estate market. With a reputation for integrity and personalized service, Fireboss Realty makes your home journey stress-free and successful. Ready to make your move? Visit firebossrealty.com and let's ignite your real estate dreams.
Everyone deserves access to affordable health insurance, but with traditional insurance, costs can be high and getting coverage can be complicated. JP Direct Health is a simpler, more affordable way to get the health coverage you need. With plans for individuals, families, and small businesses, you can save money on monthly premiums without the need for physicals. At jpdirecthealth.com, we specialize in customizing coverage to fit almost every budget with affordable PPO plans and many other benefits. With over 100 5-star Google reviews, JP Direct Health is a trusted resource making health insurance affordable and accessible for everyone year-round. Affordable health insurance solutions are a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Visit jpdirecthealth.com today and see how much you can save.
I'm always here to help. Thank you.
Looking for the ultimate night out? Come on down to Southern Junction Nightclub and Steakhouse in Roy City, where great food, live music, and unforgettable fun come together. Southern Junction is just 30 boot-scooting miles northeast of Dallas, off Interstate 30. Start your night by grilling your own perfectly seasoned steak, or let our chef handle it for you. Then hit the dance floor and enjoy live country music every Wednesday through Saturday. Challenge your friends at the pool table or just relax and soak in the atmosphere. At Southern Junction, there's always room for great times, great music, and great memories. Visit southernjunctionlive.com for details And we'll see you this weekend at Southern Junction Nightclub and Steakhouse, just a short drive from Dallas, where Texas comes to play.
Now back to the show.
All right, Kim, you know I'm going to open up with you because we are going to just laugh during this whole, and we have to hear from you first. So if you could only eat one Christmas treat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Italian cream cake.
Oh, that's a
Italian.
Christmas tradition for you?
Yes. Well, because my birthday is, I'm a Thanksgiving baby, and my birthday kind of gets slopped together. They make it from scratch. My grandmother started it, and then my mom makes it from scratch. And there was a point where I had to quit because I was getting real fat. It's real fat. It's real fattening. It's real sweet. It's really good. But honestly, I could live off of that. I think it's got all the main food groups in it too. You know,
it probably does.
Probably does.
Can you bring some to our business development thing?
You know what? I might be able to do that as long as you bring the dart gun so we can shoot Lyndon with those antlers.
Good.
The antlers will not be with me at the business development.
Santa Claus is there. Come on, Lyndon. We're at Santa.
Lyndon, if you wear the antlers, I will wear my ho 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 onesie.
Oh God!
Deal.
Yes.
Deal.
You don't need
your undergarments with that, so your booty's not hanging out.
Oh no!
Hey, booty on the podcast.
You just did.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right,
button it.
Bryan, what is your favorite Christmas treat? And if you could eat it for the rest of your life, what would it be?
So I love peppermint bark. I love it. And you can only get it this time of year, really. And I don't know, I just really like peppermint. I guess that's probably one of my favorite things about this time of year is I like peppermint coffee. I like peppermint ice cream. But I love peppermint bark with the dark chocolate and the peppermint on top. I don't know, something about it's just really good. So I'm going with that. But as you can tell, I love all the treats. So but that's probably my favorite one. I run to the store and buy it as soon as it's out.
Oh, that's awesome. So my favorite one, which I can eat year round, but at Christmas we put it in a bread bowl, and that is spinach artichoke dip. There's nothing better than the spinach artichoke dip after it's sat in that bread bowl, and you eat that bread bowl, watching TV after you're stuffed, and everybody's opened all their presents and you're resting.
Nothing screams Christmas like spinach artichoke dip. You're right.
But it's the bread bowl. It's not the spinach artichoke dip. It's the bowl. It's the bread bowl. Oh my gosh. Frank, what's your favorite tradition?
Favorite tradition?
Your favorite food. Your favorite food tradition. If you could eat it forever, what would it be?
It's between Thanksgiving and Christmas, they start putting the big push on tamales, and you can get really good tamales right now. And I would say that's got to be about my favorite.
Y'all, look at my last name. My mother-in-law taught me how to make tamales. Y'all want to have a party over here one day?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, usually it's like meet me behind the Kroger by the roll-up door, and I'll give you the tamales, and those are the best ones.
It's like a drug deal. You meet them in the back.
Well, if you ever go to Pablo's in Heath. Jessica, she's our favorite. We love Jessica so much. Her mom makes tamales that are amazing, so you can get them from her every year.
Nice.
Yeah. CJ, what's your favorite food tradition? If you could eat it, what would it be? Look at him. He's like,
He's like spinach artichoke dip.
My mom used to make a Christmas rum cake.
Oh.
And, probably almost got me thrown out the military one Christmas on deployment. Back when, because Frank, you guys know I don't drink. So she sends this rum cake, and I get it, and I'm down in Honduras. So this was back in 1984, 85. So I got out of my bed, and we were all confined to the base that night because they didn't want us downtown because things happen. And I break out the cake. It's like, hey, did you get something? So everybody had a task to get something from the chow line. Well, I didn't get anything because I just come back from patrol, but I had that cake under my bed, so we all had our little canteens with water. Remember, I cut this thing up. I give it to everybody. Everybody's chowing down. Oh, we got to send a note to your mom. This is great. This is great. Come about 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody's passed out. Cold. So we get up the next morning. It's like, oh, my head hurts. What did you do? Did somebody slip something into the water? And I'm sitting there going,
the rum cake.
The rum cake.
A rum cake.
Nice.
I had an uncle Eddie. There's a rum, a white rum that comes from Panama. It's called Seco Herrerano. Okay, you could put your feet in this stuff and it would take off the scales, the calluses, everything. I mean, it would cut to the bone. That's what Mom put in the cake.
Oh,
yeah. I miss it. I really, really do. She did a non-alcoholic version too, but the good stuff is like, oh, got a little of this. Oh, got a little of this. And it was so mild. It wouldn't be like that overwhelming. Oh, what?
Yeah.
It was so sublime that, yeah, it had after effects. I really miss
awesome.
it.
I feel like
That's so good.
I feel like we're missing out on that, CJ.
Yeah, I
too.
Linda, what about you?
Thanksgiving and Christmas. I love turkey and cornbread dressing. I could eat it every day, probably all year long. And so that's my favorite. And I didn't realize till the other day. Y'all tell me if this is right or not. So Lisa and I are having a discussion about sweet potato casserole. And she doesn't like it because it's sweet, more like a treat. I'm like, it's not a treat, it's casserole. But I like that too. I like sweet potato casserole.
We do sweet potato casserole. It's good, but it's definitely a sweet. It's a treat. It's not something I like to eat. That's what I do, but that's what
it's not served at dessert though.
Nope, we serve it with
It's
milk.
served before.
That's
so that's why I put it in that category.
Yeah, it's a vegetable. It's a sweet vegetable, but it's a vegetable.
That's right.
I had some family things going on at Thanksgiving this year, and I didn't make the turkey or the dressing. So Christmas, my family has threatened me that I will have turkey and dressing at Christmas. But if you take that sweet potato casserole and put it with the dressing, kind of tones it down just a notch, and it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can mix it all up.
Yeah, real good. All right, Kim, what's your favorite?
I told my Italian cake, correct?
Oh, that's right. See?
Yeah. Oh, but if I get a second opportunity.
Okay, come on. Let's take a second opportunity.
My second opportunity would have to be, she's deceased now, but my grandma's secret dressing. I think I told y'all that at Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We don't get that anymore. So, but yeah, that's my favorite.
You can have some of mine. Kim, tell us a funny or embarrassing Christmas moment that you have experienced. I love CJ's laugh.
Am I allowed to say it? Anything?
Yep.
Well, it is a show for families, so
yeah, exactly.
PG.
So so we've had gag gifts, and it was anyway, needless to say, yeah, be scared, Lyndon. I'll just kind of go through it. So anyway, my child was 4, and the packaging looked amazing. It was a dancing pickle, and he took it to school for show and tell. And the principal called and told me I could come and pick up my dancing pickle. And that's all I'm going to say. And they didn't let me live it down for the next 6 years.
I'm sure.
I'm not going to let you live it down.
It was one of those, you know how you do white elephant gift,
Yeah.
and I happened to get the dancing pickle. The packaging was incredible, but I'm sure it came from Spencer's. 4-year-old took it to school for show and tell.
Ah, no, that's funny. That's good.
Funny. That's
It's
funny.
the truth. You can call the school.
And that's so good. All right, Lyndon, what's your most embarrassing, funniest moment?
I don't know that I have one. I'm trying to think.
I know, right? I was thinking.
So I know
on your
we
show.
gagged. Yeah, that was it. We gag gift my my brother one time, and I can't remember what he was wanting, but my mom was real big about gag gifts, and she's one of the ones that would. Back in the day, I don't know if y'all heard this before, but if you act up, you get a bunch of empty boxes, or you put something in it, and you throw it in the fireplace or something. If you're acting up, she would do that to us when we didn't know better. So I guess that would be something like that. And then she'd gag gift my brother, and I don't think he's ever gotten over it. I really don't. I think he's still upset. But nothing to me.
Awesome.
What did your brother get?
I can't remember. I know when he finally opened it up, it's like this box and another box and another box and another box, and I think the last one was a brick. I think that's what it was.
You just reminded me of one, actually.
Frank, what's a funny moment you can remember or embarrassing moment?
You know, I can't really think of anything on Christmas, but I'm sure after a few glasses of eggnog or something, I did something and I just don't remember it, but I can't recall anything right off the top of my head.
That's a question I didn't prepare y'all for, but it makes me think. So what do you put in your eggnog? Brandy, bourbon, or rum?
Jack Daniels.
Bourbon.
Oh,
Tennessee whiskey.
none of the above. All right. Cool. All right. So, Bryan, what's a favorite, funny, embarrassing moment you can remember?
So I had the same reaction these guys did, but I thought of a couple things. Because at first I was like, ooh. So one of them wasn't for me, but it's so funny. I got to tell it. So my parents had been not really arguing, because I don't know if I've ever seen them get into an actual argument, but they were having a disagreement about something. And my grandmother, my mom's mom, bought my dad. We had this giant box underneath the tree, and it was for my dad. And I was a young kid, but I remember this vividly. And he opens it up, and it's full of rubber dog poop. That's what he got for Christmas for my grandmother.
Kind of like your hat.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, I mean, most of my embarrassing things come outside of Christmas, because I'm always with the family on Christmas, and they keep me in line pretty good. But when I brought my wife home to meet the family, it was a Christmas trip. And she came in the room, and, I introduced her to everybody. My granddad's like, come over here and sit on my lap. Tell me about yourself. Right. And she's like, okay. So she sits on his lap, and she's like, well, she starts telling her, stuff. And she's like, I'm from California. He goes, get off my lap. He didn't talk to her for about 20 minutes. She'd look at him, and she'd be like, what are they?
Oh my
And
gosh.
he's just firing back at me. You bring a girl from California home. What's wrong with you, boy? But,
That's funny.
anyway, she ended up being her favorite person.
That's awesome.
But yeah. But
That's good.
that's really all I got. Most of my embarrassing stories are outside of Christmas time.
That's
Mine
good.
too, Bryan.
Yeah.
All right, we have just one more minute, but I'm going to ask CJ a quick question. I want you to.
I want to answer that last one. I
That's
want to
what I'm
embarrass
asking.
myself.
I want to hear your embarrassing.
I got two
moment.
quick ones.
Okay, go.
Guys, imagine you have a present set out. You haven't finished wrapping it yet. A person or persons unknown show up and go, you got that for me?
No.
What do you do?
Yes,
Depends on who it is.
Yeah, it depends on who it is.
Depends on
Gentlemen,
what it is,
you
Clarence.
have a package yet unwrapped. You give it to that person, you run out, you buy another one. That's the first one. The worst things ever thought about was elephant gifts or white elephants. Those can go very badly. Very, very badly.
Yeah.
We go to this party. We come in with a big box, a big, pretty box. Women, you see a box with bows, you lose your mind. The first person got it, and they were all happy. It was a young lady, because you always go for the flashy stuff. The wife of another another officer gets it, and it's like, it's mine. Nobody else can take it now, because it's a two-person rule.
Yeah. Freeze.
Fine.
What was it?
Sometime to open that box, she opens it up. It's a pair of size 18 Nikes in green.
Oh my gosh.
That woman was pissed for all get out. Who brought this? Who brought this? And it's like,
Oh, that would be Clarence. But it was a white elephant. All right, guys, we got to go to commercial. Those are some good stories. Stay with us. We got some more fun things when you come back.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
Total Care Emergency Room now has 9 locations in the DFW Metroplex. With no appointment needed, our incredible staff will get you checked in with no wait times. Our 5-star facility is open and fully staffed 24/7. We offer extensive treatment options for patients of all ages, providing on-site labs and imaging equipment, including CT, X-ray, and ultrasound, allowing us to provide fast, convenient care for our community. Total Care ER is your neighborhood emergency room. TotalCare.us.
Unwanted pests in your home can be stressful. From creepy crawlies to critters under the floorboards, they disrupt your peace of mind. But don't worry. All Pest Solutions is here to help. We offer a comprehensive range of safe and effective pest control solutions. We target all types of pests, big or small, including insects, rodents, and wildlife. All Pest Solutions, your local experts for a pest-free home. Breathe easy and enjoy your life again. Call today for a free quote. 972-442-1169 or email us at customerservice@allpestsolutions.com.
To belong is one of our most basic human needs. Best Buddies International is the world's largest organization dedicated to ending the social isolation of 200 million individuals who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We focus on meaningful one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living. You have the power to make an impact, create change, and champion our mission of inclusion today.
We are Cloud Staff, enabling remarkable growth for businesses everywhere with our pioneering enterprise-grade remote work solutions. We are on a mission to help business owners scale while reducing costs by matching you with an amazing staff, mobilizing your team, and helping manage business performance, making us the #1 workplace as remote work gets done. Connect with us to access the world's top talent and discover how we can enable remarkable growth for your business.
And now, back to the show.
So I love to keep it fun, but I do have kind of a serious question, but something fun too. So what is the best way that you think we could help someone in need during the Christmas season? I know we have fun stories and serious stories. So Bryan, you want to start?
Sure, I'll start. I don't think that's the same answer for everyone you talk to, right?
That's right.
I think being there and listening, a lot of folks go through, difficult times this time of year, and, everybody's different. So, reaching out, being present, and just listening to how they're doing, what they need, and then responding to that, right? So not everybody needs presents. Not everybody needs, things of that nature. Maybe they just need someone to listen to them, or, need someone to invite them over to enjoy Christmas with them because they're by themselves. I think that really depends on who you're talking to, but I think the whole spirit of Christmas here is, has a lot to do with what we do every day here in the Community Difference, right? It's community, and it's being there for your neighbors and being there for your friends, and sometimes folks you don't even know, to show, the true spirit of Christmas and giving yourself to others.
Nice. That's good. Lyndon, what do you think?
Well, I agree with Bryan. I mean, every situation is different. I think that, churches have always been a great resource for our communities, for people to go to, and the people within that church, rallying and helping people. I think that's still an underutilized resource for us. I'd like to see that become more, people become more familiar with that. As Bryan said, our Frisco show, Debbie Watson came across a grandmother that was, she had some kids. They were not going to have a Christmas at all in that Frisco show. And I think some of the other shows really rallied, and it's probably going to be one of the best Christmases that those kids have had. And when you hear the grandmother talk, I mean, it'll tear you up, because it was a special thing for her. And I think
Nice.
that that's what I would say for anybody. I'd just say just get involved with your church. I think you can help a lot of people that way.
Yeah,
that's great. Frank, what about you?
I think Bryan and Lyndon are both dead on and took the words right out of my mouth. It's just being there for people that you may not know that they're alone and have something on their mind and need somebody to talk to. I think Bryan nailed it exactly. That's exactly what I would have said.
Yeah. My husband's a firefighter. My he's a veteran. He was in the Army. He was gone many Christmases. And I always try to open my home for anybody who's alone. To me, that's important. If you're alone, people sometimes they don't want gifts. They want to be surrounded. They want people.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
All right. What about you, CJ?
Well, in the interest of service, Mom and Dad always taught me from small, it's better to give than to receive. And you hear me joke about that, but literally it is. By doing something for someone that can't do for themselves, we've got that mentality as a family that if we hear of or we see, we do. And it's like, wait a minute, why is the fire truck running? Because we need to go do something for this person. Be it bake a cake, bake goods, anything, bake a meal. It's like, okay, why is this 7 plate? Oh, so-and-so we just found out had surgery and it's kind of hard on the significant other to do it. So we're going to drop this off. It's like, okay, I'm driving. It's that giving. It's that natural giving and not wanting anything in return. But I'll leave you with this. What would Christ do?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. Kim, what about you?
Well, seniors are close to my heart. So what I do is you open up the paper, you see who died, look at their age. They probably have a significant other survived by, and then just go and spend some time with them. You never know who just needs some time. So everybody is rallying around different charities and different nonprofits. And a lot of times it's the widows, the widowers, and the seniors that are sitting there all alone. And you wouldn't believe how you can change the health and the dynamic of a human by just giving them your time and making them feel important. And they don't always feel comfortable coming to your home. So go to theirs. The other day, I had the sweetest thing that happened ever. I met a lady and she just rallied a bunch of kids and they went caroling, and I gave her a list of seniors, and I have video footage, which I don't mind sharing one day with Lyndon or somebody. And to watch them tear up, just seeing the kids sing, you couldn't have given them $1 million and made them happier.
Yeah, that's true. That's really true. All right. If you could invite one Christmas movie character to your home and to your Christmas celebration, who would you invite and why? Right? I hear that, Lyndon.
Me?
Come on. Yeah.
Cousin Eddie.
Oh,
man, I love that man. I
gotta
love fried kitty cat.
How fun would that be?
that would be fun. CJ, I see you laughing over there too.
It's so simple. It's so simple. Santa.
Santa.
Oh, I want Santa there for Christmas dinner, because then when we pass out, he and I can snuggle together.
CJ, that snuggling thing. I like that you are a snuggler. I didn't know that about you.
But I have to be serious, right, Frank? I'm dead on. Same thing, Bryan. I'm dead on. The pit bull, I'm gonna get it one way or another. But the big old teddy bears like to snuggle. And every now and then I've got an alter ego that pops out too. So we're gonna try to keep him.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Elmo likes everybody.
You know that's gonna be a short and reel right there, right? That will be
I went the opposite direction, CJ.
You go.
Elmo came out probably the last hour because Elmo was tired, and I had women jumping up, grabbing their crotch, and running to the bathroom. I'm like,
oh, she gotta go potty.
What to do? I do a Donald Duck CJ. So we'll have to one day get together and just surprise everybody with
And this is without helium.
So Murr and Depends need to go to Clarence's house this year.
Oh my gosh. All right, Kim, who's your favorite character you'd invite to dinner?
I think I would pick Dave Chappelle and Will Ferrell.
That'd be funny.
Oh, that would be an exciting.
I'm going to pick
There'd be
them
a lot
both.
of cussing going on.
Well, I was more wanting to laugh and watching the camaraderie of the nonstop, just the constant nonstop. I love to laugh, and I believe laughing hopefully makes me look younger than the Botox and all the moisturizer that we try to use at 55.
I love it. All right, Frank, who are you inviting to your celebration?
Probably nobody, knowing Frank at this point.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, Mariah Carey. That is it. I'll say John McClane from Die Hard.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice. That's
Hans
good.
Gruber.
Brian, who are you inviting?
Frank stole mine. It's John McClane. That's exactly who I'd invite. He's got my sticks, lots of action. Wouldn't be a boring Christmas at all.
Awesome. All right. We are going to have to end our show soon because we only have a few more minutes, but I'm going to end with another question because this is so great. Do you prefer an artificial tree or a real tree, and why? Brian, come on.
That's easy for me. Artificial trees, real trees get me all stuffed up. So I'm a little bit allergic to them. So artificial tree, we put it up every year. I would love to have a real tree. We tried it a couple of years, but I get allergies when we put them in. So
I would prefer to have a real tree, but I live with a fireman, so we have artificial. So instead of worrying about a real tree, we plug in a tree. Makes no sense, but that's another story. All right, CJ, real tree or artificial?
Do you want me to answer that, or do you want Elmo to answer?
Elmo, for sure.
The fake tree that you can plug it in and it'll last you for years and years and years. Those real trees, you gotta cut them down and it's cold and you get stuff, but nope. Not doing it. Nope. I love you, Frank.
Oh, CJ, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, Frank, real
See
or
my hands the
artificial?
whole time, so hey.
Real or artificial, Frank?
There's not enough Zyrtec at Walgreens for me to be able to have a real tree in my house.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. All right, Lyndon, real or fake?
Fake. I don't like to clean up with the real ones. Too much mess.
Gosh, fake. I have a friend, Danette McNew. If y'all know her, Dr. McNew. Her daddy has a tree farm, and oh my gosh, I just miss doing that. Okay, Kim, real or fake?
Oh, it would have to be fake because you can just buy them with the lights, plug it in, and if we do real, they make us go to the tree farm and cut them down. And I don't know, y'all already know I don't cook, so I'm not going to go cut down a tree. So, and it's awful. It's horrible, and you got to worry about a squirrel or bugs in it. Yeah, it's awful. I don't know who created that idea of thinking that was so fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think we've learned a lot about each other. It's been a fun Christmas show. Anybody have a last minute comment you'd like to make real quick? I mean, seconds.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for joining thank you for joining the Community Rockwall, the Community Difference Rockwall. Stay with us the fourth Monday of every month. The Business Development Alliance will meet at Shenanigans. Come see us, get to know us. Y'all, we are a fun group. My family, the Community Difference. Merry Christmas, everybody. See you next year.
Thank you for watching today's show.
This special Christmas edition of the Community Difference Rockwall was made possible by Tammy Escobedo, a beauty industry leader, Josh and Kristin Small with WeatherTech General Contractors, Frank McLeod with Minuteman Press of Rockwall, Bryan Decker with Compass Facilities Consulting, Clarence Jorif with the Compound Nevada, Kim Johnson with Kim Johnson Group, and by Scott Dodson with Compression Works. The Community Difference Rockwall. Together, we can make the difference.